Can you now see YouTube?
I can't. Sorry.
No, not yet. Okay,
Yep,
now we can see your screen.
Yeah.
So if I press play, can someone just you could hear it?
Can you make it?
So, okay. Now that you know a little bit more about the course, I'm going to go into a bit more detail. It is comprehensive. I am about to give you quite a lot of information. So I just want everyone to be aware that you may be a bit overwhelmed, but we can go through this at a later stage. So we will cover 10 modules split over 23-hour sessions taught by Dr. Chen. The Sunday evening lectures will be taught collectively as a group, and then we will split you into smaller tutorial groups. The recordings on a Sunday are always recorded, so you will have access to them as soon as we finish. So Dr. Chen will teach on Zoom, it will be recorded and then shared with students. Within your smaller tutorial groups, you will also have tutorial sessions in the week. So we usually do one tutorial session for every module, and these will be in smaller, more personal groups. We have a large cohort. This year we have 60 students, so we have 4 smaller groups. Within the 10 modules that you will learn, Dr. Chen will teach over 150 herbs and over 70 formulas. He will teach you why we use these herbs. So you're not just learning the herbs and the formulas, you're learning why you would use these herbs and formulas. So this way, we're not just talking at you, we're trying to make you understand why these are necessary, how the body works, how these herbs work, so you can then modify, etc. Alongside the teaching hours, you are required to complete 9 hours of self-study a week, which works out to be around 240 self-studied hours. Within these hours, students must complete the following for each module: 1 patient-based case study and 1 multiple choice quiz. The quiz is for revision purposes only. So you will have multiple tries at this quiz. This will not go towards your final grade. This is simply for the multiple choice questions based on what you've learned in that module. The case study is graded. We'll submit that. So effectively, all 10 case studies add up to 40% of your final grade. So they work out to be about 4% each. And it's a 60% cut-off. So you must get higher than 60% to pass that module. But don't worry, we've not had anybody that's not reached that. Everyone's done really well. So it sounds a bit scary, but it's not, I promise. The case studies will focus on the formulas that you've been taught in that module, and there'll be around 1,000 to 2,000 words. You have around 3 weeks to complete that one. And yeah, they will be graded by your tutor within about a week. We try and aim to get those graded for you. And then we will add that to your final grade at the end of the 10 months. Alongside the 10 modules, you must complete a final examination. The exam will be a 12-hour open book exam online. So the exam is open at 8 a.m. and must be completed by 8 p.m. So you have the whole 12 hours to complete it. Within that 12 hours, there will be 40 multiple choice questions, which will be collectively from the whole 10 modules, and 2 case studies. And of course, because the coursework is worth 40%, the final exam is worth 60% of your final grade. But you will get a mock exam as well beforehand, so you will kind of know what to expect. The dates that we have for the module are set. These are the set dates. It is every Sunday evening. With addition, we've moved it slightly around for bank holidays, Easter, etc. We don't have a final date for the exam in September yet, but we will do as soon as possible. So yeah, these are the dates that we will expect to see you there. We ask that students attend at least 80% of the Sunday sessions. So we will be doing a register, and yes, as I mentioned, it's 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. UK time on Sunday evenings on Zoom. So once you have completed all of that, you have successfully completed the course and are then able to join the FTCM to become a registered member and then a registered practitioner. So that is a kind of very basic overhaul of the course. Have I missed everything? That's everything. It does sound a lot. I would like to stress this is a comprehensive course. Obviously, we have a short amount of time because we want to make it as accessible as possible. We understand a lot of people can't spend 3 years just doing one course. It's about development. So this is a very comprehensive introduction to Chinese medicine. So you can learn a lot, basically. You will learn a lot. It is going to be intense, but it's most definitely worth it. Okay, so as it is comprehensive, we know that there needs to be some kind of student perks. When studying at Phoenix Academy, you can expect the following. So alongside Dr. Chen, you will have your own tutor who you can go to for guidance and support. Myself and Chunyan are also on hand for any support that we can offer. We're obviously in the office Monday to Friday, 9 till 5:30. But we also have personal work mobiles as well, which we can be contacted on. We basically, although this is an online course, we want to make it as sort of friendly and as personable as possible. We don't get to see you, obviously, or meet you, as so to speak. So we try and be here as much as we can. Any questions, any suggestions that you might have, we are willing to take it on board and offer any support that we can. Alongside that, we also use a platform called Moodle. This is used in a lot of universities as sort of an online learning platform. And on there, you will have access to all of your course materials. The exams and the quizzes, the case studies, they are all hosted on Moodle. All the reading lists, all the lecture slides, all the lecture recordings. There's also forums which you can interact with the group as a whole and also as your own tutorial group. It's very easy to use, very user-friendly. If you are a bit daunted by that, then we can go through, we can do a step-by-step, we can do a little introduction into Moodle. But it is very easy to use, especially once you get used to it. And it just means that you have somewhere that you can keep all of your stuff, so you kind of have it all in one place, so you can always refer to it. This year we have included the herbal samples within the price. Last year it was optional, but this year students will receive herbal samples once they enroll in the course. As I said, because this course is online, we want to make you feel connected. So we will give you samples of all of the herbs that we will cover, so you are able to smell them, touch them, taste them, just so you can get a feel of the actual herbs. Students are able to purchase herbs from Phoenix if they choose to as well throughout the course. So you can start to build your collection, start to get your dispensary in order. And as I said, once you complete the course, you will then become a member of the FTCM to apply for your insurance. Our course is covered by Baylands UK. If you are outside the UK, you may need to double check with your insurance providers. We currently have quite a few international students on our current cohort. We've had no problems so far, so you may want to double check, but we know for a fact that Baylands will provide your insurance to allow you to practice. As well as being a student with Phoenix Academy, you can save 10% of future Phoenix courses. We offer CPD courses to continue personal development. Our courses at the moment are currently all online for obvious reasons. We hope to add a lot more next year, a lot more courses. So yeah, you receive 10% off future courses. So that's kind of the course. Now we're going to pass over to Dr. Chen. We introduced Dr. Chen on this course because we saw a need in the market for something like this. A lot of other courses on the market had been cut due to funding problems or, you know, just lots of different reasons, cost, time. So we wanted to make something a bit more accessible. So, Dr. Chen?
Hi, hello, hi. Sorry,
I'm going to pass this over to you now, if I can.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Phoenix Academy. Thanks, Dr. Meng. Thanks, everyone contributed to the course. Thanks, my well, I have to say, we're supportive first year students as well. I'm really enjoyed my sharing so far. Really, to start such course is quite an interesting task. I have to say, is somehow it's almost like we try to do something to help to understand what really Chinese medicine is about. I know everyone interested about these kind of things. We all know Chinese medicine works, and Chinese medicine has such a long history, and still relevant today, especially, for example, recently COVID-19 seems doing well. And there must be a reason. But what is the reason? We only know the surface of what works in the generally talk. We know herbs, we know food, we know lots of non-chemical or non-modern scientific innovative drugs also could be works too. So, but to understand why, understand how, that's what I found in the current Chinese medicine education is not quite focused on it, especially in overseas, because we try to explain it, or we try to make them more easily understandable by the Western educated or modern educated people. But slowly, we seems forgotten, or we seems like way, like a side way out of the what exact original Chinese medicine, how it works. Because that reason, we found we slowly lost the unique thoughts behind the Chinese medicine, and then we found our modern Chinese medicine formulas or practitioners are not quite as effective as what the original documents claimed. So we think, oh, maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe the past time, someone doesn't tell us truth or overstated some stuff. But in my over 30 years learning and study and clinical working experience, I found our ancestors, or our generally talk is not only Chinese ancestors, all our ancestors, in European ancestors, African ancestors, we all have very strong connection with nature, and the angles of the observation and understanding of the nature is rather different than today. And especially when the modern scientific solutions to all sorts of issues, including medicinal issues, getting more and more challenged, getting more and more difficult, we're really crying out of the different way of thinking. And luckily, Chinese medicine is certainly one of them. And to introduce a proper, I think it's proper, that in the best of my knowledge, and my colleagues like Dr. Meng, very experienced practitioners of Chinese medicine professor, we think we can offer, or we can show the students a different way, or authentic way of Chinese medicine thinking that could lead us much different understanding of the herbal medicine, and can provide us different solutions to our modern challenge, and so on. And so that is what really the first aim we want to do. Obviously, the herbal knowledge, like for example, which herb treat what, there can't be much difference than the ordinary textbook or other similar courses. But the interpretation behind it, or how the originally introduced, and what it really is mechanism in Chinese medical term, or even in the modern medical term, that is really can give us completely a whole lot different ideas, and will lead to different solution too. So that is really first aim. And secondly, especially after COVID-19 pandemic, we realize the Chinese medicine, or Chinese culture general overall, or traditional culture, not only Chinese, it's not only, we obviously it's very interesting for people who have open mind, or who have the genuine interest to seeking the true knowledge or true understanding overall, scientific or psychology and so on. It is interesting, but after COVID-19, we found it's not only interesting, and we also should make them more relevant to the modern challenge. And the Chinese medicine able to quite quickly or quite easily apply to clinical reality, which, because we never really stopped since Chinese medicine originated, we believe at least 3,000 years ago, at least that. And until today, we never stopped to working in the real cases, and help the real life, and and facing the real challenge. And all the teach we want to is connect this knowledge, traditional thoughts, and our ancestors' experiences to the real cases. To bridge such a connection, I have to say, it's not really easy, particularly in the like a virtual course. But we do found by providing like time pictures and have detailed explanations of the postings and the symptoms, and also explanation of the mechanism of the works of herbs, we do can help in the with help of modern technology to help the people to understand how the herbs use and can quickly apply to the clinical cases and can get some effects relatively quickly. So, which particularly last couple of years, COVID-19, we found all the acupuncture treatment may be been disturbed because whatever the reason. But the herbal courses were online, where they found pictures, and we can really get quite a good result and help quite a lot of people too. So that is really what the course. Maybe that's two very, the two aim or two very different, two offers difference with other courses. And obviously during the course, I'm really happy to answer every questions to make sure that every learner, every people in part of this course can understand what I'm talking and what the really things behind it, and then we can make sure we can all help each other and can improve together. And I have to say, from teaching, I also learned a lot as well. And I'm really enjoy what I'm doing, and I do hope we can work together. Sorry, I hasn't prepared really well, but that's basically what it is. So that's all. And Chen, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chen. We will have some questions later for you, I'm sure. Really appreciate that. Thank you, Dr. Chen.
Thank you.
Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, we do currently have 60 students on our cohort. They are just a couple of months away from completion and graduation, which is it's gone really quickly, I think, for everybody. Our current cohort is a mix of acupuncturists, herbalists, massage therapists, all different healthcare professionals. We've been extremely lucky to have a group of really dedicated and hardworking students. The testimonial on the screen is from one of our students who couldn't be here today, but she provided a lovely testimonial. And as I said, we've got two of them today with us. We have Oleg and we have Elder. They're just going to give you a little background on how they found the course and their thoughts on it, really. Oleg, do you mind if we start with you, please?
No problem at all. Thank you, Anna. So I'm an acupuncturist, and I found this course very, very, very good. And obviously, I was searching for the course to do herbs, but I was very wary of something that could be very theoretical. And what I found here is that this course is a very, very good mixture of theory and practice. So on one hand, you have a reference to classical literature, and on the other hand, you are taught by practitioners who still practice with 30+ years of experience, who bring real life knowledge and cases which are not black and white. They're very difficult cases. They're very challenging. They will, make you think, and they do not always have the same answer. So they sometimes they have more than one answer, which is very, very good. The structure you've already heard. There is a lot of material to absorb, and all you need to do is just to stuck in and provide your time. But you will learn a lot. Support is also very excellent. You've got tutor groups, as Anna described previously, and you can always ask questions on the forum, either generic or very specific about the case. Getting samples is very useful as well. And yeah, I honestly cannot find any negatives, apart most probably from some this is my personal liking. I think we have too many questions, but I think most probably the course is trying to accommodate everybody. I think I prefer listen more to Dr. Meng than to the questions, but that's my personal view.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that one. Next we've got Elder. Elder, let me share this picture. So I don't know if you heard earlier, but she said she's addicted to buying our herbs. I think she has 80 now. I think Dr. Chen says she has about 300. So Elder's trying to catch up. I think she's got a way to go. But Elder, if you'd like to say something, please.
Yes, hello everyone. I am Elda Edwards. So I graduated from some acupuncturist like Oleg from College of Integrated Chinese Medicine in Reading. I finished there, but I felt always that I just scraped the surface of Chinese medicine. I felt like it's incomplete, and I felt that I needed to follow with something deeper, and what a best way than herbal medicine. And I have a long history of friendship with the Fanyi Medical, because as I was a student, I was ordering products from Phoenix Medical, and I knew that they were top-notch quality. I trusted their ethos. They are amazing. And when they offered this course, I grabbed it. I said, that's it. I'm not going to leave you. The course is absolutely outstanding. Dr. Chen has a sea of knowledge, and it's a pleasure and a delight to listen to him. I would listen for hours. He's like a walking encyclopedia, really. And he presents every herb as if every herb has a story. And I think Dr. Chen is one of the most wonderful storytellers I've ever heard. So he could be on audio Bible or something like that. What else? I wrote something there. Yes. So okay, you will have the case histories, and sometimes you will feel like you are hitting a brick wall. Think, oh my God, what I'm gonna do with this formula? This is not complete. I have to add something else, and everything explodes in your head. But then if you have this clarity, your monthly tutorial with your assigned tutor will help you understand, and the tutor will dissect every case history and will take each symptom and relate to the herb and explain why you have to make the formula, why you have to take things out, what to put things in. And by the end, the idea is that you will understand, and trust me, you won't be left in the dark anymore. So this course is one of the most amazing courses I've ever done. And I think I want to promote it everywhere. It's the most wonderful investment I made in myself. It's just truly, truly, truly beautiful. And I'm so grateful that I have because Phoenix Academy, I don't know how you did it, guys, but you managed to put under your umbrella such an exceptional team of tutors and teachers. I don't know how you did it, but the standard is just the highest possible. And I appreciate that, and I wish you all the best, as many students as possible, because you deserve it. You are the best.
May I add one more thing? Just one more thing. Obviously, that was a virtual course, and initially there were some challenges. I'm sure you will agree. But I think what was great is how Phoenix reacted to the comments and suggestions. Absolutely. And how quickly they adjusted and made it really fantastic for everybody by providing materials before the lectures and providing recordings and everything else. So it's really, really helpful.
everyone is amazing. Anna, you are a legend. I mean, guys, whatever you shoot at Anna, she will be right on it. She is absolutely amazing. And Shenyan, everyone at Phoenix is high standard quality and professionalism. So please enroll. I mean, I'm not paid to say that. I'm so passionate about it that I have to say it from my heart, because this is what I feel. And yeah, that's me. And also, I think with herbal medicine, you need to really be, it's not like, okay, acupuncture is like a stepping stone, but this is so much more in that you really need to be passionate about it and love the herbs and be curious all the time, because if you lose curiosity, you die basically. So stay curious and stay alert and be intelligent. That's it.
That's very, very hard to be intelligent. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you both so much. I really do appreciate that. We promised we didn't pay them. We didn't know what they were going to say. But no, we really do appreciate having such dedicated students. The last cohort was our first time ever doing anything like this. There were a few teething problems at first, like with every course, and our students were very patient. But it just means for the next cohort, we have refined it. We've got this down now. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you both of you. That was so lovely. Okay, so last of all, we have Dr. Meng. We're lucky enough to work with Dr. Meng for many years now within Phoenix Academy. He is our course tutor. So he has a group of around 15 students that he meets with every month, marks their work. So Dr. Meng.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
It's your turn, please.
Okay. Hi. Thank you for this opportunity to sit down and talk to so many new friends and old friends. As a course tutor, what I would like to tell everybody here is, I would say, number one is, your guy are going to join the second cohort. You are lucky, because the first cohort, as a tutor, I observed and I noticed from the beginning, there are a lot of challenges to many. Say, for example, this possibly the first online course of Chinese herbal medicine in UK, in Europe, and manage that. And also we provide a virtual learning environment called Moodle. For many, this is a brand new experience. Then they start to feel panic, struggled, and they are scrambling around all different textbook message. They think the Chinese herbal medicine is so broad and so difficult for them. But if most of them now look back in the first 3 months, they might laugh at themselves, say, oh, what was the initial situation? Now I feel easy and I feel confident and I can continue to learn. So I would say the course of the second cohort, as a student, you have the privilege of the first cohort student and the teaching staff are endlessly try and refining and adjusting. Now, I think it's still not perfect, but it is really possibly the best course so far I can see. And we have experience material, we have experience, teaching experience, and also as a tutor, I know what are the concerns and what are the worrying anxiety about. So I'm confident I can do better support to everybody who ever need support. And this is one thing. Number one, I would say durable. My tutor group, so far, nobody drop out. So that means I'm not claiming 100% success, but I would say most people find they are overcoming all the problem and they are now not far away from the final exam and to become a qualified practitioner. So number two is, according to my communication with many of the students in my tutorial group, I observed their development, personal development, and observed about their advance toward a whole TCM practitioner. To be honest, most of the people in my tutorial group are acupuncturists, and they have been practicing for maybe 20 years, or some of them 30 years, and they have experienced a lot of challenge, and they are dealing with all kinds of situations. But when they started to use the herb, most of them will immediately find the practice scope and your condition you are going to deal with tend to become much more open now. My personal experience is Chinese medicine have been constantly developing in China for 2,000 years with a clear record. We don't talk about too much about not solid record. With clear record of 2,000 years, and among the 2,000 years in China, the majority of the discussion is based on the practice of herbal medicine. And possibly people think maybe half herbal and acupuncture. I would say that's not true. The discussion on acupuncture might be maybe around a quarter of the total discussion. Say if you have a chance, go to China to have observation in any of the TCM hospital or TCM department. I would say about 70%, 80% of the practitioners are focusing on using herbal medicine. And maybe only about 10% are solely rely on acupuncture. And I think a broad range of practitioners now using the combined or whole system of Chinese medicine, ranging from herb acupuncture to tuina and food and exercise therapy. I'm glad I see some of you are practicing Kung Fu, Tai Chi here, and we do need this lifestyle advice and the lifestyle education to our client. So therefore, when you added your herbal medicine knowledge, your future will be a lot different in your confidence in clinical practice and in your success. And most importantly, you will be satisfied with your ability to help your client and your personal achievement. That's all I want to say. Thank you very much to give me the chance. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Meng.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate it. Okie dokie then. So that is a kind of overview of the course. We are currently offering an early bird price. If you sign up before the 31st of July, we understand this is a big investment, but you know, like Elder said, this was the best investment she ever made. We do offer payment options to make it more manageable for you. Also, if you decide to sign up, you can sign up with your 8% deposit, and then the first instalment is not due until September. They're evenly spread out throughout the sort of 10 months, just to try and make it as manageable as possible. Our cohort starts on Sunday, the 19th of September this year. So we still have some time. We still have some time to get you excited about the course and to get you enrolled. I would like to thank everybody that's come today. We have quite a few students who, due to the timings and stuff, weren't able to attend. So we will be sharing this recording with them and anybody else that wants to. I know there's some questions in the chat, so we shall answer them now. And once we've answered those, if you have any that you would like to unmute yourself. So, right then, I've got a couple of questions. I'm going to read them out to you because I realise you can't see them. It's only us that can see it. It said, would we have access to research on the appropriate databases? So we do provide material. You have access to our databases, anything online, anything that we can give you or suggest, we will provide. Our reading list has been put together by our students and Dr. Chen. So you can always have access to anything we can give you, we will provide for you. Is this course internationally recognized? So we have students from Greece, from Thailand. One of our students gets up at 3 a.m. every single Monday, it'd be Monday, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Monday morning,
yeah.
to join us. He never misses one. We have a couple of students in Romania, Ireland, yeah,
Netherlands, France.
So most definitely, yes. You will need to check with your regulatory bodies. So as we mentioned, you can be approved by the FTCMP, but you do need to double check with your insurance providers, just because it depends. We can't say anything about international, but yes, it is recognised, and we have lots of international students. What further education is possible after this course? So we have had a lot of questions about furthering this course by our current students. We are definitely in talks of offering further courses next year, so more development. Obviously, this is a virtual course. Depending on the global situation, we would love to offer some in-person dispensary training. Our goal is to always keep providing education. As Dr. Chen says, he's been doing this for 30 years and he's still, advancing, always learning. So there's always room for further education. And yeah, we are in discussions about offering something next year for our current students, and then that will continue again for further cohorts. Would there be books recommended? Yeah, we have a recommended reading list. So we have the course syllabus. We can always send that to you. If you would like, we can send that to anybody who would like it, or everybody that's on this one. We can send that.
Yeah.
Would learning and speaking Chinese be mandatory? No. I've worked at Phoenix for 4 years, and I can speak very, 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 very little Mandarin. I think probably maybe 5 or 6 of our students can speak Mandarin.
Even less.
Maybe even less, and that's because that's their native language. But no, we do offer a video of pronunciations, her pronunciations. But even just working in Phoenix for a long time, when you hear Dr. Chen, Chunyan saying them how properly, how they should be, you do start to pick it up. It does get easy. You become a lot more confident and just used to hearing them. So no, you definitely do not need to speak any other language. It's fine as long as you can understand English. As we teach in English, then that is all you need to worry about. Yeah, don't worry. If you want to learn Mandarin, then do.
I'll be there to help.
Junia can teach you. She's a very good teacher. But that is the questions I can see on the chat. I don't know if anybody else has any other questions that they might want to ask anybody.
Yeah, just unmute yourself and you can just ask a question. No?
I must have done a very good job at explaining.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello, Anna.
hello.
Hi. Can I pose you a few questions?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. The first question is, you did mention that you do have a student who resides in Thailand.
Yeah.
I live in Malaysia,
Okay.
and as you may appreciate, by the time you conduct the course, that is, if you translate it to Malaysian time, is +8 GMT, which means I may be attending it online at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
What is the experience of your Thai student? Did he or she attend it at 2 in the morning, or is it compulsory for me to attend it on the day or on the time that is being conducted, or I can actually attend your recorded lectures?
Okay, so at the moment, as far as I'm aware, our Thai student does attend, but we didn't actually realise the time difference. However, we do ask for a certain amount of attendance, but in these circumstances, it is understandable for you to then catch up on your recordings. So we understand if you could not attend, that's definitely fair enough. The recordings are always available on the Monday morning. and you have unlimited access to them. So yes, with yourself, we can definitely arrange that. Yeah, not a problem.
Fair enough. Question number 2.
Yeah.
As a foreigner, am I allowed to join the Federation of Chinese Traditional Medicine Practitioner as an associate member, or are we being allowed to join as full members, even though we are foreigners?
Dr. Chen, can you answer that?
Yeah. Yes, the answer is yes. Actually, the FTCMP, the Federation of Traditional Chinese Medicine Practitioners, we do currently have quite a few Chinese members, and I don't recall any Malaysian members, but we do have Canadian members, German members, because we also offering regular teaching, like a CPD, discusses every Sunday actually. And also we do every year have a couple of, well, since the COVID pandemics, but before that we have 2 activities like seminars and international forums, or even Chinese Medicine Summit on the various topics, including herbs like feng shui, like yun qi. Also, it's various things, and we are planning actually soon. I will talk with Phoenix, and we will let you know we are planning something culture centered, based on the culture difference, culture communications, and the culture associated with the cultures, including like art, including the tools of Chinese medicine, where the relations between like art, like painting, calligraphy, even martial art with Chinese medicine association. We try to promoting a kind of overall view of Chinese medicine, because we knew, actually, I think everyone after you evolved to Chinese medicine, we know that Chinese medicine actually is not really a medicine, not limited to a medicine. Chinese medicine is like everything about in China, which is we try to find a system, or try to find a universal approach to everything, to everything. So that's why if we don't understand, by understanding something associated with the environment, its nature, culture, and we can have deeper understanding of Chinese medicine. For example, one of the greatest Chinese medical master, herbalist, or whatever you're calling it, in Ming Dynasty, his name is called Li Shizhen. I think most people may be familiar with his names. And he is actually not limited, his knowledge not limited in Chinese medicine. In his book, Li Shizhen's book, in front he referenced 800 books. Among them, majority are not medicine books, which is including like history, like geography, all sorts. So, that's what I just wanted. Maybe we talk about this too early. Actually, in the future we can discuss more if we have chance. Is really the Chinese medicine is just lead us, or just give us one of many possible approach to the environment or to our life in general. And that enlightenment, I call them enlightenment for myself, is really can give us much more than just medicine, and particularly in the current time. So obviously, we will benefiting from our clinical practice, and we will benefiting much more than only the medicine. So yeah, so I just maybe gone too far. So we do accept foreign members, and yeah, so in the future we can, if we have chance, can discuss about that. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chen.
Sorry, I'm just too relaxed, talking something not quite relevant, not quite relevant. Yeah.
No, not a problem. Was that all of your questions?
I have a question, please.
Sure.
Yeah. My question is, there's an early bird fee of £1,800 if you sign up before the end of July.
Yeah.
So my question is, in order to avail of that, do you have to sign up and pay the full amount before the end of July, or can you pay the 8% deposit and then the balance in September?
Yeah, so even with the early bird price, you can still do the instalments. So you can just pay your deposit now, and it just means obviously the instalments will be a little less compared to the standard price. So yeah, that's a very good question. Yeah, if you want to sign up before the 31st of July, all we require, if you choose, is the deposit, which is about £159, something like that. My math isn't very good. So
8% off.
yeah,
8% off 1,800.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that price will remain the same.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Someone asked in the chat, how do we register? You can give us a call. You can do it over the phone with myself or Chunyan, or you can do it on the website, which is www.phoenixtcm.org.uk. But yeah, you can always call us. I think our contact details are on the email that you received. So yeah. Okie dokie. Questions? I don't think so. I think that's everything then today. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Dr. Chen. Thank you, Dr. Meng, Elder, Oleg, and everybody that attended. This is going to be super helpful for those who couldn't attend today. Any other questions, please just do email us. We are happy to help. But thank you so much for your time, everybody. We really do appreciate it, and hopefully see you soon.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.